right now.
Okay, and then push down on your
Yeah,
knee.
so let me go ahead and put your
And
name.
when you
and
do
see what
that,
we
you
can do. And spell your
then
last
what
name
you
for me.
do is you put your shoe on.
Okay, and your phone number.
And then, it's a Killier, not McDonald's or Burger King. It's Red Robin, Olive Garden, those kind of. Have to give this up? Oh, I would be miserable. And my oldest daughter, she's a pulmonologist. She just interviewed a Swedish hospital. And if anybody's doing online schooling, I had a civilian, her husband deployed. She worked full time, had a sit-down job. Be your cheerleader. I said, have her ask you every day, have you charted your, what is your email address? I can do that right now.
Oh yeah, it's RHALLOCK@gmail.com.
I'll have to send you another email with what you ate today.
I can't wait. I told my wife I was gonna cook one night this week.
Tell everybody, you know, I'm attachment crazy. Take what you want, leave what you, leave the rest, you know? Not everything's gonna be helpful for you. Superfood salad or something?
Yeah, something like that. So
Okay.
superfood salad with is something cabbage superfood
It
salad.
has Brussels sprouts in it.
Everything, yeah.
You can make it yourself, just get like a broccoli salad type thing. Add pumpkin seeds.
Whenever you're ready, man. All right.
Okay, Lynn, this is
So you
your
wanna look at me?
relationship.
I have always wanted a treadmill desk, probably for the last 10, 12 years. It was developed by Dr. James Levine, and I used to work with the Tacoma School District. And every September, I always dreaded going back to work, not because I had to go back to work, but because I had to sit all day. And it was physically painful for me. And I knew I wanted a treadmill desk. And I found that when I sat all day, I was exhausted at the end of the day, and all I did was go back and sit some more. And so when I started this job, I asked Dr. Bruder, my supervisor, if I could have a treadmill desk. She said, absolutely, once you have your own office. Because we were initially in a very, very small, confined area, and it wouldn't have worked there. I was born with one leg twisted outwards, rotated outwards quite a bit, and I've always had a lot of sciatic pain, and that's aggravated by sitting. And so I was very interested in it for that. I had put on a lot of weight, which was one of the reasons I took this job. I wanted to put myself in a position where I was so embarrassed I had to lose weight. And I work 4 10-hour days, and on average, I will walk on the treadmill between 6.5 and 12.5 miles. And what I would like to do now, I have really been working on my flexibility because I think that's really key, especially as we get older. And I was so impressed. I've always been really, really stiff, never been flexible. And when I started here, Dr. Bruder tested me on the equipment initially, and my flexibility was way down there, way down there. And then we were doing the flexibility test with the new employees, and I scored in the 50% range for my age category. I was so happy. I had gone from like an 11 to a 17 on the machine. And everybody else was pulling 20s, and you know, I just didn't care. I had made that progress for myself. It was just that I was so overweight, so horribly overweight. And as you get older, you become less mobile, metabolism goes down even more. And it's actually harder to be overweight physically than not. You know, you just need to make a few changes in your life, and your life becomes so much easier. The problem is, how do you implement those changes? And I think it's so important that you do it slowly, very, very slowly. I talk to them a lot about how much sleep they're getting, and routinely it's between 3.5 and 5.5 hours a night.